Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Mike and Marty about to crank this thing up.
What's up? What's up?
3, 2, 1. Let's get it. What's happening with you folks? It's popping off in the streets. It's your boy M.I. Sizzle. We got to fix this lighting in the background. You know how it is in here. It's a little hot, a little dark. Let me set this thing right. Put the light back on. There we go. That worked. They ain't do nothing but make other shadows. Anyway, what's been going on with you, man? Got your boy Marty here. Shout out to everybody that was in the stream a little earlier. What's going on, Horde? What's going on with your subtle puddle? It's popping off with you. Man, we got some great topics today. Marty, y'all see Marty got the fly ass polo on. Marty, tell them about your job. Marty got the new job ski. Been working this week.
I mean, not much to it. Basically, like tech support for law firms or whatever for a company called IntelliTeach. I used to work for IntelliTeach a few years ago, and I'm working for them again now. So, I'm just relearning some of the stuff that that I needed to, from back then, and learning new stuff. So, but it's been all right. I just been tired because I was working a mid shift before, and I'm used to working late, and now they got me working early shift. During training.
You gotta love the early shift, brother.
So I'm wiped out. I mean, I'm just not used to it right now, so I'm just feeling really tired. But it's been all right.
Man, listen. I had to change them topics, man. I'm just from last week. Them last week topics.
We got last week's topics up there.
Yes, we got that thing changed real quickly. What y'all been up to out there in the streets, man? I know y'all been sticking your nose in and out. Some of y'all was just here not too long ago for the gaming that was just going down.
For the Salt Fest.
Salt Fest, that boy Mr. 96 was getting towed up online. You know what I'm saying? I was playing somebody online. Playing that boy Rain in Halo.
Shout out to Twan, man. He was up there just...
Shout out to your boy Twan, man. That nigga was definitely in the salt.
Oh, yeah. Had it running through every vein in his body. I mean, whoever he was playing had a hold on his soul.
Hold on his soul.
And just force that man to keep playing.
In other news, trying to find out if we're going to Evo. It might happen, brother. It might happen.
Oh, yeah?
Might be hitting that Evo up. Thanks to people in my job. I don't know who did it. They didn't pay me the full week's salary for going to work for 2 days.
Yeah, I don't get that one. But
shout out to my job, man. Y'all are some real ones.
Oh, yeah. They definitely helped you out, bro.
Keep it up. You know what I'm saying? I won't even come to work at all. You know what I'm saying? I just stay at the house.
What's going on, Darren?
What's going on with you, mate?
Hope you're doing all right, man.
I'm just gonna send this little tweet out right quick, man. I know I should have did this already.
Oh, yeah.
But you know how we do.
We're not organized in the least.
Everything's off the cuff, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
That's the way people like it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why they come back and check us out.
I just love how raw and completely unorganized you guys are.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's always the way to come in, man. You know what I'm saying? Everyone want no goddamn CNN, man. We don't want no CNN. We want some goddamn straight off the goddamn, off the top of your noggin type television. You know what I'm saying? Only the greatest. Now I gotta add like 50,000 people. Let's see who I can edit this one.
Oh, the deals yesterday? No, I didn't even I didn't even hear about that stuff, man, until it was too late.
Oh yeah, the deals definitely fell through my fingers, bro.
Yeah.
I was so hoping, after I heard about it, I was so hoping to get some of them deals, but much like Meals on Wheels, they passed me by. You know what I'm saying? Nigga didn't get no love.
Also, Danny, sorry you've been having a bad day, man. But you know, hopefully we can help send you out into the night, right? So, just trying to do this once Mike gets done handling his Twitter business.
Well, hey, we can get to talking about this first thing, man. Tell them about what you saw on Facebook, man. Is this really an issue, dog? Are chicks too tall to topple?
I don't understand, man. Like, I mean, for me, like, you know, if she's looking right or whatever, and she's a cool person, I don't care if she's tall or not. Like, I want y'all to smash. I mean, that's just me. But
Marty ain't never had a girl taller than him ever in his life.
I mean, yeah.
You never seen a chick.
I really haven't had a girl taller.
What's going on with your pimp? You know, Marty like 7 foot tall. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's not having that problem. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm like average height. I'm 5'11". So, you know, I'm pretty decent with most of the chicks I meet. I meet some chicks that claim they taller than me. That's what they normally like to do. Like, bitch, if you're only 5'10" when you got heels on, you're not taller than me, okay? If you're 5'11", if you're 6 foot when you got heels on, you're still not taller than me.
Yeah.
I need a dude that's taller than me. I bitch, I am taller than you. Take them goddamn shoes off. Did you see how short you are? You ain't even gotta bend down and get to my nuts. You talking about you goddamn tall. Let's be real.
I mean, all right. Like how this all started, y'all, was I was looking on Facebook, right, and I saw this chick, and she was cosplaying Android 18 from Dragon Ball. I mean, she looked pretty good, like, and all these dudes were like, "Oh man, like, you know, she looks good or whatever, but she's too tall, whatever." I couldn't mess with that, and I was like, "Is this really a thing for people?" Like, I mean, I know, you know, there are girls out there. I mean, I heard girls be like, "Oh, you know, I can't date a guy that's shorter than me or whatever." I was like, "Is this really a thing with people?" I mean, maybe it's from sheer ignorance or whatever, because, you know, I'm a pretty tall guy, so I've never really had that problem of, you know, dating a woman that's taller than me, or like, you know, or being too short for a woman, or, you know, I never had that issue. So
I'm trying to find out, is there a chick too fine for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, you just the baddest chick I ever saw. I can't.
So you just couldn't do it?
I just can't do it. You're just too fine. You're drawing too much attention. You know what I'm saying? Is that possible? I haven't ran into it yet, but I just wonder, like, is it possible for me to run into somebody that's just too damn fine? Like, girl, golly, I don't know what to do with you.
I don't think that's a thing, Mike. I don't think that's a...
It might be a thing, brother. I mean, if a chick could be way too ugly, you know what I'm saying? We talked about them sandwiches, brother. Oh, you said there was some BS happened during the Controller Wise tournament. They had that junk? I thought they canceled it because of a damn thunderstorm. Shit, we supposed to be taking Marty there last night, but I went there and fell asleep.
Yeah, that's the whole reason I even stopped over here.
Marty like he was about to die over here anyway. Marty
what?
You like he was about to die over here.
I was just waiting to go.
Oh shit, Marty's over here watching Dead by Daylight, about to kill himself.
And then this fool just leaves, and then just goes to sleep. And I was like, well, I guess I'm going home.
I wasn't even trying to go to sleep, but I ended up walking in there, and I don't even know what I was doing. I was watching YouTube or some shit. I was doing research for the show. That's what I was doing.
Doing research for the show. I don't know about that one, but...
You know what I'm saying? Doing research for the show, got caught up in work. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm probably going to say too tall. I mean, alright, chat, y'all out there. Is there a chick, is there a height representation that would be too high of a mountain to climb?
For me, absolutely not.
Marty's with a hell.
I'm down for the Wonder Woman Amazon shit. Like I'm fine with that. Like I have no problems with that. Like I just don't. I love Wonder Woman. So.
I mean, Wonder Woman got it going on. You know what I'm saying? But Wonder Woman ain't even tall.
she's pretty tall in the comics anyway. But I mean, she's supposed to be tall.
Well, I mean, I guess everybody tall in the fucking comics. You know, all them niggas be the same fucking height. Like all of a sudden, everybody's 6'3". All people. Batman 6'3", Superman 6'3". Wolverine supposed to be shorter than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Wolverine's like 5'2".
5'2", be standing up next to goddamn Hulk. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Jean Grey she was fucking the same height as Cyclops and Wolverine, depending on what panel you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Is there really a height representation though that I just really wouldn't fuck with? I don't think I can run into something like that, because I'm just willing. I'm taller than all of them when I lay down. You know what I'm saying? So really, how can there even be a comparison when it really gets down to the nitty gritty? I'm gonna be way taller than any of them ever will be. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, unless you got, so you can't be too intimidated by them.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't think there's an intimidation thing. Well, this is what I would say.
That's gotta be it, man.
This is what I would say to the dudes that have that issue, because I don't really know. You know me, man. I'm about trying to hit anything that's willing to make my goddamn willing to make my self-esteem go up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, damn, I'm about to knock the fucking light up. Do I really feel like there's something that I cannot fuck with? It's just too tall. Nah. You be too tall, too toned. You know what I'm saying? Because a pretty chick, I mean, really, who turned down Alicia Keys if she was goddamn Lisa Leslie height?
I don't know.
Niggas be tripping, boy. Niggas be making any excuse not to talk to a bitch. That's really what I think it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That might be it.
Now, oh man, she's really cute, man. She's really cute. She's hot, actually, man. She's my type. She's real funny. She makes me laugh, man. We have great conversations. She's too tall though, man. I can't. She's just too tall. I don't want to go holler at her because she's too tall.
That's like some Seinfeld excuses, like when he broke up with a woman because she ate her peas one at a time. Like, I
mean, that kind of shit can really drive a nigga mad. If you got OCD.
What? No.
I'm saying if a nigga got OCD, I mean, what are you gonna do?
Well, yeah.
Eating one pea at a time. You know how long it'll take to eat dinner?
Yeah.
One pea at a goddamn time? Man, that'll drive me mad. And I ain't even with the OCD like that. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn, we go out to eat. Shit take 3 and 4 hours to eat because you want to eat one pea at a time. Don't let her get no fucking rice. Who knows how long we'll be
one grain at a time? 1 grain of rice at a time?
So you prefer shorter than you? Now let me ask you this. Is there a reason you prefer shorter than you?
Yeah.
Or is it the society-induced reason? You know what I'm saying? You know, because some people, you know, I don't want my bitch to be walking in front of me and I can't see what's going on in front of her. You know what I'm saying? That might be a good reason. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. As some people feel their masculinities.
I don't want that bitch wearing all of my shirts outside. There could be a lot of reasons for that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's going to happen anyway.
Yeah, she will probably take the shirt. But if they look too big, she won't look sexy when she go out there. So, you know, chicks always got to try to look good for everybody else. Claiming it's for themselves. They don't even look at themselves. Never made sense to me. Oh, you just like the little package? I had one homeboy, that nigga was definitely into midgets. You know what I'm saying? He wanted him
Who was this?
He wanted him a midget, bro. Dude I worked with, he wanted him a midget. No, that was his fantasy.
Yeah. That's an odd fantasy to have.
I mean, he said them little stubby legs. Them goddamn. He said they put their hands on your dick look 30 times bigger.
Oh my god.
And they got a grown woman face, so you don't feel like a goddamn pedophile.
Oh
you know what I'm
my
saying?
god.
So I was like, goddamn. He said everything's all compact. They got real titties, real ass, short ass limbs. So you ain't fucked a bitch until your dick long as a forearm. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I mean, how you gonna argue with that? You can't really argue with that.
I guess, like, I mean, I can't argue it. That's his thing, I suppose.
How do you get me a goddamn midget?
Mike, you would not want a midget.
Huh? Why can't you get a goddamn midget, man?
I said you wouldn't want a midget.
I fucks with a midget.
I didn't say you couldn't get one.
I fucks with a midget, man.
Okay.
I mean, I can't tell her to get nothing from the counter, off the counter or some shit. Can't expect her to do that well in the kitchen with our damn step stool. But, I mean, you know, it'd be cool to walk around with her. Take her to Six Flags, we get on Monster Plantation. You know, we can get on goddamn bumper carts. She can't get on the Ninja. That shit might fuck her up, throw her ass out the damn roller coaster. She can't get on goddamn American Scream Machine.
Yeah.
Definitely can't get on the damn
Scream.
Georgia Scorcher. That shit, your feet gotta be dangling. They won't even let her on that shit. As little people, listen, man, y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm not. When have I ever been politically correct on this show?
Yeah, that's definitely true.
You know what I'm saying? Look, they gonna call. If I can call niggas niggas, I can call midgets midgets. Okay. Y'all ain't trying to stop me from calling niggas niggas.
That's
Y'all try
true.
to stop me from calling midgets midgets, man. You know what I'm saying? I can respect them. Like if one of them came to me and was like, listen, I would prefer you talk to me and pronounce, introduce me as a little person. You know what I'm saying? I'll say, just give me your name then. You know what I'm saying? Just give me your goddamn name. I ain't trying to hear all that goddamn little people. You know, I ain't gonna remember that. That's really what it is. I ain't really trying to be a derogatory type nigga. It's like handicap. Niggas told me the other day, they're handy-capable, not handicapped.
No, that's not.
I said, no, them niggas are actually not capable.
Like, come on, man. Like,
the niggas are not capable, okay? That is the reason they're handicapped, okay? Don't try to sugarcoat the shit. It ain't called a handy-capable sticker. It's called a handicapped sticker. Handicapped parking spot, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with it. My mama got a handicapped sticker. She can't walk that far. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes she be walking around the walker. But I call it handicap. Say, hey, mom, you're handicapped, okay? You're not handy-capable. If you was handy-capable, you wouldn't be calling me to come get the remote and change your TV, okay? How about that shit? Height challenge? No. They're the perfect height.
Height challenge. Yeah.
They actually are a perfect height, okay? Right at waist height, all right?
Man, this guy.
Unbuckle the belt, that motherfucker flop right in their forehead. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gotta do no extra shit. Nigga ain't gotta prop you up on a bed with you laying down, your head hanging off the bed, mouth wide open. I ain't gotta do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta get on all fours. I ain't gotta degrade you by making you get down on your knees on a dirty ass floor, scrubbing your fucking kneecaps up, palms dirty as a motherfucker. We ain't gotta have that problem. You know what? Because you're getting straight to the wood. Okay? Straight to it. I call that not height challenge, height advantage.
Height advantage?
Height advantage. You know what I'm saying? Not too tall.
Wow.
Think about it. Big old Lisa Leslie, man, she got to do all kind of contortionist moves to drop down and give a nigga some dope. She got to jump. She got to sit off the side of the bed to give her some head. You know what I'm saying? What kind of shit is that? Man, listen. Y'all done got me worked up on these goddamn little people.
You gotta work.
Y'all got me worked up.
You worked up on that.
Got me worked up on the little folks.
You're the one that even brought it up. So.
Hey man, listen. You remember they used to have that in wrestling? They used to have that Doink the Clown, and then there was like a little small ass wrestler, little man Doink. I don't even know what his name was.
Yeah.
That nigga.
He was Dink.
Yeah, Dink and Doink. Them niggas was on that wrestling game. That shit was trash, but that nigga Doink was a funny ass dude. He come out there with the damn shocker, cheat the hell out of folks. He always pulling some shit out of a bag and beating the nigga across the head with it. That nigga was straight cheating. Speaking of wrestling, man, you know, a great one.
A great racist came back.
A great one, okay? His name is Hogan. Hulk Hogan. Reinstated in the Hall of Fame. Holla at your boy Hulk Hogan, okay? You know what I need to do? Get a soundboard. I need an applause right then and there. I need to find applause, hit it on the soundboard, okay?
No.
Hulk Hogan, the man, returns, Okay, now listen. Y'all can say what you want to say about the Hulkster, man. Marty calling this man all kind of racist. You know, no, this man did so much for the black community. I can't believe you'll say such a thing.
Stop it.
Okay?
Stop it.
He did so much for the black community.
He has not done anything for the black community.
Yes, he did, man. He made WWF popular. So then niggas
thank you,
could later grow up.
Thank you, Iceman.
Like Bobby Lashley.
Mike,
you know what I'm saying?
This man has not
the
done
nation of domination.
Oh my God.
Not to mention, he provided a young, tender white girl for these black men to be piping down in the streets.
That's your idea of somebody contributing to the community? Is they can pipe his daughter. So.
They piping his daughter down. She can't even choose what kind of nigga she want to be with. You know what I'm saying? What does she want to be with? A highfalutin sedity nigga? A basketball nigga? Or some old random no good nigga? It don't matter because the nigga's piping her down. Keeping out the violence in his life. How weak your hands must be after you let one of them nuts go. You can't even squeeze a trigger. You know what I'm saying? Niggas are living longer lives because he provided. White food tank. Okay?
Stop it. Stop it. This is
the original cream pie.
No. This is horrible. Hogan has done nothing, and Iceman's right. Like having sex with his friends' wives, lusting after his own daughter. Like their relationship is beyond weird. Like I don't.
He's the Hulkster, man. Blame it on the testosterone. Overabundance. The niggas got an overabundance of testosterone. Dick flying everywhere to any hole. Okay. Your wife isn't safe. His daughter ain't safe. You know what I'm saying? This nigga he's wilding out. He's Hulkamania, okay? It's Hulkamania. He's crazy. Okay? You know what I'm saying?
Hulkamania running wild.
Running wild on you and your wife. Okay?
I don't even want to talk about this man. This man is a walking disaster.
28-inch pythons. You know what I'm saying? That nigga, that Hulk Hogan, brother. What you gonna do when Hulk Hogan runs through you and your bitch? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Mike, would you have a friend that would let you pipe their wife?
Would I have a friend that would let me pipe their wife? That's up to my friend. Would they let me pipe their wife? I don't know. Would they have me as a friend piping their wife? Is the better question.
They're doing Twan's work.
Yeah, Twan out here in the streets piping everybody. Hide your goddamn wives, your daughters, everything. This nigga out here in the streets. Hide your grandma.
Oh no.
96 is not playing.
Oh no. Stop.
96 DDTing bitches in the bedroom.
Stop.
Dropping heads in them, you know what I'm saying? DDT himself at the waist, right into a goddamn pelvis. Off the top rope. That nigga Twan one day jumped off the goddamn, off the side of the damn dresser, plunged right into it, bro. You do not want to play around that man, Mr. 96. General Drill Hose? That's what that nigga's name is? 96, you are now General Drill Hose, brother.
General. He's been promoted.
He's been promoted up, okay? General.
No longer a sergeant.
Hey man, listen. Ain't nothing better than having a nigga who will go in and do the dirty work for you. You know what I'm saying?
That is ridiculous.
You can't stop a guy like that.
That's one of the most ridiculous stories I've ever heard.
I mean, is it really the worst though?
I didn't say it was the worst. I just said it was ridiculous.
Hey man, that man said, listen, I can't do it no more. Can you pipe my wife down? I mean, really,
I can't believe that. Wow.
That's 100% real. You know what I'm saying? When you come to terms, you can no longer smash on your chick. Who is that? Kari Safari with the resub 9 times. 9 times. You know, I'm keeping it real 9 more months. What's going on with you, Kari? Glad to have you a part of this thing right here. Kari, man, we in here talking about this man, Hulk Hogan.
This garbage human being.
Mr. 96.
Named Hulk Hogan.
Tagging people's wives.
fondling his own daughter's breast on more than one occasion.
He had to make sure it was right. You know what I'm saying? When she was going out, look, man, he knew niggas was gonna be touching his chick's titties, man. You know what I'm saying? He was just checking them shits for weapons. He's checking it for wiretaps.
For wiretaps?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Let the nigga live, man. I mean, this brings up a good question, a segue. Well, these is kind of like three topics that kind of really just one big ass topic, but how much should your personal life intertwine with your professional life? I mean,
yeah, we've had a lot of examples recently.
Yeah, we've had a whole bunch of examples.
John Schneider, that horrible human being.
Yeah, we had the people calling folks on folks.
Yeah, folks.
And we had Hogan here recently getting dropped off. You know, they did it to him. Took him out the Hall of Fame for like 3 years. And the next thing I know, they had to bring his ass back.
Well, I mean, it's like, it's kind of weird to answer because you're gonna have your personal life interfere with like business and everything like that. Like, because I mean, if you are part of a company, if you own a company or work for one or whatever, you represent that company and stuff like with your behavior. So if you go out here and act a fool, you know, go out here and act crazy and stuff like that, like nobody wants to have their brand associated with that. So I mean, it's just the way it is. Like, and it's not even like it's something that companies really want to happen. Because I mean, you know, the best case scenario for a company would be that, okay, our employees can go out and do whatever they want, and nobody would associate their actions with our brand. But that's not true. So they have to, you know, they have to be careful in who they hire and who they work with and stuff like that. So, I mean, ideally, you wouldn't want it, you know, you would want to be able to do all the things you want to do without any of the social or economic repercussions, but that's not a thing. Like, that's not something that can happen. So
I've heard of companies, you know, not something I have ever had to deal with, but I've heard of companies saying you have to have a Facebook page, or they have to check your Facebook page in the interviewing process, as if that is something that you have to have as part of the company.
Well, which it's not something that you. No, it's not like that. Like, it's not something that you have to have. But looking at someone's Facebook can be a pretty good reflection on the type of person that they are, the type of personality that they are. And so, like, companies will look at your social media stuff to see what type of person you are, to see if they want to hire you or want to have you out there. Because, I mean, if your Facebook is full of you going out doing, like, ridiculously stupid things and stuff like that, then it's like, we might not want this guy to represent our company or you know, to be associated with us in any way.
I mean, that makes sense, but I feel like you didn't really have that issue before these things existed, and you didn't have that luxury.
But that's the thing, is like, you had the stuff happen. It's just like the thing with like these crimes that are happening with these racist people and like all sorts of things. It's just that now people are recording things and they're putting them on social media and sharing them with people. It's just like, you had these problems before, because you had people get hired by these companies and then, you know, throw crazy cocaine parties or something, like do ridiculous stuff and smear the company, and the company ends up getting rid of them. It's just that now companies can use your social media stuff as a preemptive strike against your employment.
Which is, like I said, that's not a luxury they've always had.
Yeah.
And I think that they do enough. I feel like if you're going to give me the personality test, you're going to give me several interviews. You know, more serious jobs, you get about 3 or 4 interviews before you go in there. If you can't tell that I'm right for the job off my 4 or 5 interviews and a personality test, why even give them to me? Just get my social media, give me one interview, see what I know about the job, go read that shit, and then make your decision. Don't put me through the ringer, and then because, oh, you see I play video games on the weekends, and you might think that that's an irresponsible thing as a person who's going to hire somebody, and decide to be like, oh, you know what, this got nothing to do with the job, but I don't personally think adults should be playing video games because I'm an old person in charge, and this person has a lot of video game shit. Not hiring this thing, you know.
Yeah. I mean, there are companies that do that, and that's one very bad thing about it is they just use that as an excuse to I guess get whatever prejudicial feelings that they have about whatever people do. Whether it's like, oh, I don't think adults should be playing video games, or like, oh, you know, I don't think women should dress this way, or like, oh, I don't think. There's various things that whatever offends their individual moral compass, I guess, then you know, they can use that as an excuse to not hire somebody. But depending on where you live, then I mean, we can't do anything about it in Georgia.
Oh yeah, we can't do shit.
I mean, Georgia's a right to work state. They could not hire you because they don't like your shoelaces or something. Like, it can be any stupid reason.
But what I think is so dumb, it's not like social media is a social security number. Motherfucker can have like 6 Facebook pages and just give you the clean one. You know, I know people do that shit all the time. They got they got the family Facebook page, and then they got the fucking my actual life Facebook page, or actual life Instagram, my actual life whatever the fuck it is. And then they got their goddamn, oh, this is my projected positive side, squeaky clean social media profile. So I mean, they're really not accomplishing anything when it comes down to it, you know. I guess if you decide,
yeah, but I mean, there aren't exactly like a whole lot of people doing that either. I mean, that's a lot of effort. I mean, I would never do something like that. Like,
yeah, well, I guess you don't. But you also don't do something. I don't know. I don't got Facebook. I don't think you post a whole bunch of shit about you doing crazy ass shit either.
No.
You know, so there is no need for most people to do it because most people probably ain't acting crazy out in the streets.
I mean, I'm sure some of my jobs haven't like me posting, you know, various shots of women or whatever on my, you know, on my Facebook or whatever. But I mean, that's mostly what I do is like that, or talk about sports or random talk. So,
hey, he likes tits.
I like football and basketball.
You like football and basketball, you know what I'm saying? Balls and tits always go together, you know what I'm saying? You know, but really, I think that that's something that is, you know, I think that that's something that is, could be left out, but I mean, I guess it's here now, so it's going to be here to stay. You know, just the idea that the things I may do in my personal life that may have nothing to do with my job's performance could possibly cost my job. Now, in certain situations, like the John Snyder one, and I think anytime you have somebody doing endorsements, I think that's where it's different because you are a representative of your company. You know, yeah. But I've seen things as in my field that done got somebody dropped off, and we do electrical work. They got nothing to do with your personal life. You have a skill of doing something. It's got nothing. Nobody even knows what company you work for. You know, I guess maybe if you put that you work for the company I work for, but you're not a representation. You're just a person. You know, that's on nothing but drugs.
But I mean, you're still a representative of the company, no matter like.
If you seen the people work at my fucking company, all the motherfuckers should be fired then. Every last one of them. I'm one of the most clean-cut, tame individuals work for my company, and y'all see me. Imagine it don't get no better than me. Okay, it gets no better. You know, people out here, imagine you ain't getting buildings built because people are goddamn drunks. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting buildings built because motherfuckers cuss cussing kids out and got, you know, racist views. These motherfuckers are born in the sticks, most of them. It's not even a second thought that they probably want to say some racist shit to me, but they bite their tongue. You know what I'm saying? Or that they just got, I don't even want to say racist, that they just rednecks, you know? They just country ass people, so they got country mindsets. So, you know, they see a gay person, they be like, man, look at that shit there. They better never step up around my neighborhood. No good and well motherfuckers probably live next door to you.
But I mean but that's an excuse for behavior, Mike. Like just saying,
well, it's not an excuse.
They just have a country mindset. Like, no, they're just bigots. Like,
well, I mean, I could get that, but what I'm saying is, if my company fired all the people for having those, I don't even know what people's shit looks like on their damn Facebook. I'm sure these people be having crazy shit all over their Facebook pages.
I'm telling you, Mike, stuff is different when you are running a company. Specifically, if you're running one that, you know, has a huge, I guess, public interest, like, you know, a pizza chain like Papa John's,
well,
whatever, and you have like stockholders. But I mean, it's not just with that; it's with other companies too, like that, you know, or not just food industry stuff. But it's like if they're publicly traded and, you know, they, you know, have public interest and they have shareholders. Like, shareholders not gonna be like, look, these people can't just go around calling people racial slurs and stuff like that's going to hurt our bottom line.
Now, see, that I understand. If they are a representative, like a front man, or even like an endorser, like if it's somebody that you have an endorsement deal with, and they do some crazy shit.
But it doesn't even have to be a front man. I'm telling you, like, it does not even have to be a front man.
But
it can just be a lower level associate.
Now, I understand that that's what happens. I'm saying I understand when they get rid of somebody who is the person that is the head of the company, somebody high up on the chain, or somebody that is a representation. Because at the end of the day, when I go to McDonald's, you know, I don't think about McDonald's as, you know, if somebody calls me a bitch, you know, or calls me a fucking, you know, I don't know, they just do something out of line at McDonald's, right? I don't look at the company as that way. I know that motherfucker is just a fucked up individual. So yeah, you might fire that person because they're acting out of protocol on the job, but if that motherfucker leaves and walks across the street and I see him cussing and snorting cocaine, I don't think that everybody in McDonald's is snorting cocaine. Nor do I think niggas need to get fired for snorting cocaine off the job site if he make my burger right when I pull up into McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? It's different if he did it at work. But this junk is his private life. If he can he's a functioning cokehead, you know, then guess what? You can be that, you know. But I take it's completely different. If I understand, like, if it's higher up, then you got more responsibilities. And yes, when it's a public company, it's not just a person gets to make the decision. The people who hold that stock get to decide on whether or not what's going to bring the value up of their stock or bring their value.
But it's like, the thing is though, is that, like, I feel like you're not understanding how much of an effect word of mouth has on businesses. Like, see, you're using yourself as an example, and like the way you think, because you don't really care what people say anyway.
I mean, that's true. That's true. I can take that.
You know, it's like, so you just be like, oh well, it's whatever, and then you just chalk it up to just having a weird fucked up experience at McDonald's. But then if they said that to the wrong person, that person's going to tell everyone that they know. You don't know who they know. Word is going to spread, et cetera, et cetera. So that's why companies cut people like that.
Yeah, but while they're at work, yes, I understand that. I'm saying when he goes across the street and snorts a line of coke, I don't think he need to get fired at his job unless he's doing coke at the job. You know, if he's fucking up at the job, fire the motherfucker. If he goes home and I look at him on his front porch and the motherfucker snorting a line of coke, don't fire the motherfucker unless he's doing a bad job at work. You know, if he's fucking up my fries at work, oh, then we gotta get his ass up out of here. Nigga does not want no crispy ass fries, okay? I like my fries to be very well shaped and slightly salted.
But what I am telling you is that there are a lot of people out here, like a lot of people out here. They're like, oh, wait a minute, don't you work at so-and-so restaurant? Well, I can't believe that they hire crackheads. You know, blah, 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 and all this stuff. And then they just
don't believe niggas hire crackheads at McDonald's? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying? I can't believe they hire regular ass motherfuckers to work at McDonald's. I used to work at McDonald's. Everybody was fucked up on that morning shift. Everybody was fucked up on the morning shift. We had this one chick, she have no teeth. Man. Shout out to Deanne, if you still alive. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Deanne would probably give you the best dome of your life. Oh my God! I knew it was coming to that. I knew it was the gum down. You know?
I knew it was coming to that.
Drop the trousers, get the gum drops.
Oh my God!
You ever heard somebody say they're giving you the chewing? She'd give you the chewing, wouldn't even hurt.
No, stop. I knew it was coming to that, and I just couldn't stop it. It was just like, I saw the train coming, I was on the tracks, and there's nothing I could do about it. I'm stuck there.
Hey man, listen though.
Just had to get out of the car and watch my car get smashed.
Gotta let them niggas live, man.
No.
She made a fire-ass burger too.
But all I'm saying is that when you are running a business, these are the kind of things that you think about, and you can't risk hiring people like that are going to go out and act the fool, no matter if they're in uniform or not. You can't risk that kind of stuff. It's bad for business, period. So, I mean,
yeah, we do live in that social media age where, and I mean, I guess just in general.
I mean, plus also, you know, Panther and a couple other people have brought up points that, you know, that's what people do. They go out and everywhere they go and every stupid thing that they do, they tag themselves, they tag their location, and post where they're at and put it on
self-snitching.
Yeah, self-snitching.
We'll get your ass up out of here real quick.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, that's just something you think about when you are higher up in a business. Like, I mean, it's easy to sit here and say like, oh man, like, you know, let that crackhead live. You know, like, you know, it's easy to say that when you're not running that franchise, but then when you are, and folks find out that this is a crackhead, and they start, you know, word of mouth, and people, you start seeing less and less business coming to your establishment, then you're like, man, I should have never hired this thing.
Hey,
ever. I should have never hired him.
Now I got to get rid of them just because we can't keep up the value of production.
Yeah, but like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know, having someone like that at your job has brought down your business, and so you have to try to get rid of this person. Then you have to try to rebuild your image. They're like that's what Papa John's is doing, for example. Like, John Schneider's gone. They're removing his image from everything.
I heard they're putting Hulk Hogan as the new head of the.
Oh well, they'll sell less pizzas then. Huh? That pizza's garbage anyway. But my point is that that's what they're doing with John Schneider. They're removing his image from all the Papa John stuff, and they're trying to fix the image of the franchise. Which I mean, I never bought their pizza to begin with, so I'm not gonna buy it anyway because their pizza's awful. But
hey man, listen, we already talked about this. Domino's killing them. You know what I'm saying? Domino's.
Oh yeah, I think Domino's is way better than them anyway.
But yeah, I think that's pretty interesting, man. But all right, so if that's the case, right? Let's say you as a person, you're trying to stay private. You don't be out there, goddamn, Snapchatting yourself, you know. And then, like, let's say you and your girl just talking or some shit. Y'all have an issue, and she put all your business out in the street.
Oh.
Is there ever a time when it's okay to make private shit public?
Like, in my opinion, the only time it would be okay for any of that is if the private stuff would actually affect people publicly, or like would affect other people outside of the personal situation that you're in. Other than that, no, you're just being salty and you just want to get back at that person. So you're just gonna, you know, do whatever you can to hurt them, and the easiest way to do it is to just spread their embarrassing stuff out.
He got a small dick.
Yeah, like stuff like that. It's just like you're just trying to hurt somebody. Like,
yeah, my favorite one is when they be like, man, that nigga ate my ass. But you kissed the nigga with. There's several videos of you kissing this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That didn't matter when a nigga ate your ass before. You know what I'm saying? So why is that an issue now? You might be fucking around and get this nigga more chicks. You know, folks be like it. Ever since that song came out, eat the booty like groceries.
Yeah.
Chicks been loving the goddamn get some booty eating. You know what I'm saying? I see them on Twitter all the time. Goddamn groceries for sale. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bitch, I seen a chick one time was wearing a grocery bag, a Kroger's grocery bag.
I'm
You know what I'm saying? Like some shorts.
No way.
Said, come get the groceries.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, people are wild out in these streets. But I was reading a tweet today. Shout out to, let me see if I can pull it
There's
up.
always a song that sparks listening to. There's always a dumb song that comes out.
Hey man, listen, you know people love their music, brother. They love their music. Can't hate it. Can't help but hate it, man.
No.
Let me see, what's the name? Xanos. Y'all might follow her on Twitter. Let me see what she said. She said, some of y'all may think I'm a cold bitch, but I'm very forward and not afraid to take something public if someone grossly disrespects me privately to others and is beyond resolution with me privately. If I'm important enough for the fake tea, take me to brunch. I'll pay. I don't know what the last part was about. But from my understanding of what she's saying here, looks like you got a problem with her and you know you bring it up to other people, but it's not necessarily something you bring up on a public domain. She feels like she's inclined, the time has come to make it public, whatever the issue is. I don't know that I'm with that.
I'm not with that at all. That's absolutely ridiculous. Like, why would you think that way?
I mean, I don't really know. You know, I don't know. That's something that I can't even say like it's a woman thing, because dudes do it too. You know.
Yeah, dudes definitely do it.
I think that's when people are like really in their feelings about some shit, and then the first thing they do is pick up their phone and go to the first app available that they can jot their feelings down on, and they hit send. You know what I'm saying? And with that being the case, what's going on with your cutie pie? With that being the case, you know, being able to just express yourself so freely nowadays, and to get it out to so many people, I think that gives people a feeling of power, you know.
Well, it's also along the lines of, you know how they always say that like whoever's the first person to resort to personal insults is the one that loses the argument, right? I mean, it's kind of along the lines of that. It's like people can't really think of a way to exchange with the person that they're mad at. So they're just like, oh well, I'm just gonna lash out in whatever way that I can to hurt this person, and don't really think about, you know, any of the repercussions or anything like that. They just do it, you know, just because they're mad. It's not. I mean, you've got people bringing up like fake rape and abuse charges. You know, this is an example of women, you know, mad at a man. Yeah. They're bringing up like fake rape charges and stuff because like they're upset with them. So then it's like, okay, so you literally were going to get this person thrown in jail for multiple years because you were upset at something that they did.
Irrational thinking.
And like that's crazy. You know, like that's way beyond the scale of like something you should do because like, you know, you're mad at someone. It's like you're going to like negatively impact their life for years. Like for probably the rest of it, actually, especially if it's something like rape, because they would have that stigma
for the rest of
their life. For the rest of their lives.
So like they will have that damn sex offenders stamp of approval. You know,
yeah, I said this just happened to Kareem Hunt. I read about that, and I was just like, this is happening again, like, you know, and you know, and we talked about this before, but the worst part about that is just it moves to delegitimize the actual cases that happen, because these show up in the news and are front and center, and then people just like, oh well, look at all these false charges that are happening, when in reality those false charges are like a very small percentage of what is actually going on out here. Mm-hmm. But it's what's seen, so then people think that that's, you know, the full reality.
Yeah.
Things, and that's kind of
like they see that one crackhead snorting that goddamn coke. Now I think everybody at McDonald's.
Everybody at McDonald's crackhead.
They think that it's not salt on your fries. Gotta question that shit. Could be another kind of powder.
Yeah, could be.
Crack bait.
The reason why they're so good.
Yeah,
can't
stop eating ass fries. The 90s, you know, 90s was notorious for cocaine. Niggas crack bait, sprinkling fucking cocaine on your goddamn French fries, fucking us up from the get go.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, you definitely have a point. I think it's crazy to me, but I think the opposite actually happens, where the insulter loses. The first person to post, they win the argument normally, unless they're doing some crazy shit. Like if their story sounds too wild, folks gonna tell them to shut the fuck up. But if they go on there with the goddamn sob story about how they nigga did them wrong, and how the nigga dick was little and they couldn't even get pleased, you're gonna have a band of people jumping on board and be like, oh, you know, yeah, I had a little dick nigga, that nigga couldn't please me, I had to go find another one. I'm telling you, I be reading these posts, I'll be glad I ain't never had social media. I'll be like, man, I don't know what a chick would try to say about me, but I'll pull it. I don't give a damn. I'll post a picture. You know what I'm saying? I'm wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, what was you saying? Send that thing right on the damn internet. My woman don't got internet. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't made it yet. You know what I'm saying? I ain't made it in this world. It ain't gonna matter if I post some pictures up.
Oh my God.
Pull out some videos. You know what I mean? But you know, she I've seen all kinds of crazy shit. I've seen dudes getting on there talking crazy about how the chick, you know, was doing this, that, wasn't no good, was taking all his goddamn money. Like, bro, I feel for you, but you make yourself sound weak as fuck. You stayed around all that shit. You're better off just not bringing that shit to light and y'all just stop talking. You know, but I don't know. I guess that's not how everybody thinks. You know, some people.
Well, no, I mean that's what I'm saying. Is like they get their emotions just fly off so much that they just instantly want to say whatever they can to hurt the other person. So they just come out with a bunch of stuff, and usually it reveals a lot about that person too. And you're just like, well, you were pretty messed up too to even deal with this, or like to even be in this situation. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's ever a good idea, and it's never appropriate to really bring that stuff out. Now, if you know something about the other person to where like they're going to negatively affect people, like, you know, in their community or around them,
you old age-having motherfucker.
Yeah, that could be one thing that like.
I don't know if you could do that one though, Marty. That's kind of fucked up. But I guess.
What do you mean? It's kind of.
I mean, if you got with a chick, and let's say she was HIV positive or some shit. She told you that. She didn't not tell you.
No. Okay, that's different.
And then you get mad at her.
No.
You get mad at her, and then get online and be like, "Oh, HIV positive having ass bitch."
Okay, yeah. See, that's messed up.
That's what I'm saying. So, you know, some people don't be drawing these lines, Marty. Folks do not give a fuck.
Like, does that mean like, yeah, she told me or whatever? Then like, I wouldn't. For now, she didn't tell me, and then we had sex, and then I find out I have AIDS. You best believe I'm going and telling the world.
You putting her on the street.
I'm putting her on the film blast.
You gonna put her on the street.
Volume all the way. We're busting the speakers out the boombox.
Niggas riding down the street, rolling down the street, telling your business. Bitch got HIV.
Yes. Telling the world
to get back. You know what I'm saying? That nigga there, Marty. Y'all heard it first. Don't be trying to poison that nigga, Marty.
Don't do it.
Don't put no fucking barbecue sauce on his sandwich. Don't try to poison that nigga. That nigga will be out in the
Okay,
street.
look, there was too much barbecue sauce on that sandwich.
It was just
I'm
right.
sick of y'all.
It was
I'm
just
sick
right.
of y'all saying this stuff. Look, okay, look. It's no secret that I absolutely hate having stuff on my hands. It beyond irritates me, and these guys love to ride me about it every time they see me. But this barbecue sandwich had way too much sauce on it. Like when you picked it up, it literally was like cascading off the sides of the sandwich.
It was delicious.
I couldn't hold the thing. It was horrible.
You should have picked it up with some napkins. Ate it with a fork and knife.
And they have coleslaw. I had to scrape the coleslaw off first before I could even eat the sandwich.
You didn't have to.
I did have to.
You chose to. Okay.
I can't.
Man, listen. But yeah, back to the topic at hand. Yeah, I really think it's fucked up when people do that kind of stuff. Oh, I ain't even see this. Blackened Galaxy, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Realm of the Real. Hope I hadn't had you on there for too long without that announcement. Yeah, I really think that people need to try to get a hold of their emotions. Learn to be some adults. Learn to deal with shit in reality. I know people have a hard time even talking to people nowadays and face to face, but y'all gotta learn to hash this shit out, man. Putting people on Front Street for shit that they don't need to be put on Front Street about, or making shit up, just trying to make yourself feel better or make them feel worse in the public, the court of public opinion. That's trash.
I mean, that is a big problem. Like, I think you're right about that. Like, it's a major issue, and I've seen it in a lot of different circles that I've been a part of. Is like when somebody gets mad at the other person, whatever, like they just won't go to them and be like, "Yo, this is why I have a problem with you." It's just all this little stuff that they try to act fake. They try to act like they still like each other, but then they're like bottling this rage up inside, like bottling this, this anger up inside, and then, on social media they'll say some stuff about them or like, whatever. It'll just explode into a big thing. And it's like me, I'm just like, got a problem with somebody, just, the best advice I can give you is just go up to them and just tell them why. I mean, you don't have to be rude about it.
Make sure you're not rude about it.
Yeah.
Niggas off shooting niggas today.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true.
Access to the internet, access to guns, all time high.
Yeah. So, not saying you got to go up and be rude about it, but I mean, you need to hash that out. Like, you need to work that out beforehand, and then once you work it out, it's done. Like it's
cool.
Yeah.
Or y'all just don't fuck with each other, or y'all get over it. One or the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It happens like that.
Yeah. So
I got an ex-girlfriend. I don't fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? I don't get on her ass. You know what I'm saying? I don't tell everybody about her and stuff.
Yeah.
Just I don't fuck with her.
Yeah. There are girls I dated, been horrible. But I don't go and put them on blast or nothing like that. It's just I don't talk to them. So
I actually was a horrible nigga in that relationship, but
Yeah.
I can accept my faults. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I could be out here ragging on her, bro. There's no need to. No need to. She was a great girl. Shout out to who you are. You thought I was gonna give you the name. Look at that. Yeah, that nigga Marty thought I was gonna get the name out. Nigga, hell no.
I did not think you were gonna give the name at all.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know that on social media, no, but that's the only name that really matters.
No.
If I call a girl Susan, it's a billion Susan. Nobody gives a fuck. But that ain't her name, by the way.
Yeah.
I need to get me a Susan. That sounds like a name that I need to hit.
Susan?
Yeah, I need to hit a Susan.
So
96. You ever hit a Susan?
A Susan?
Yeah.
Never hit a Susan.
What was that old lady's name?
Hit a Mary.
I hit a Mary. Mary's
I
pop.
think her name was Elaine.
Elaine?
Yeah.
He got on some Seinfeld pussy, y'all. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh no! With the weak dancing.
She's dancing. She's acting.
Oh god!
I got a flashback. There you go.
That man, Mr. 187 your bitch pussy. You know what I'm saying? Nigga's not playing around. Killing that shit. Anyway, it was one more topic that was on your mind that you wanted to bring to the people.
Yeah, actually.
What was that, Marty?
Well, due to a bunch of other stuff that I've read lately, not gonna go into too much detail about that, but when is it appropriate to try and pursue gaming as a career?
Valid question. We are on Twitch. We have met most of you all through gaming. That is a valid question. We know everybody. You see a lot on the timelines today. People are always trying to get sponsored. You know, people always looking to pursue a career in gaming. I think the idea that you would drop everything to be a full-time gamer, I think it involves a few things. A, the game you're trying to play.
Yeah, they definitely got something.
Also, your ability in the game. I mean, some people might can get by without being that great at the game, but they can entertain very well.
Yeah,
if they're gonna be a streamer.
Well, see, that's what I'm gonna say. Is like I actually feel that the ability in the game might actually be one of the least determining factors now.
Well, it depends on what the portion you're trying to get into. If you're trying to be a professional gamer, like your main cause is to be a gamer, like an esports person, then you're probably going to need the skill because only the people at the top getting paid. As opposed to if you're trying to be a part of esports, as in like a commentator, a gaming personality, you know, like a streamer, then you have a fair point there because we know who make the most money on Twitch. Them motherfuckers couldn't rub two buttons together. You know what I'm saying? They can rub two body parts together, but them buttons might not even know what they do. So you do have a fair point there, and the fact that talent is not necessarily the highest thing, unless talent is what you're using to pretty much project you into that stratosphere of making that move.
I just don't think that it's like, I don't think that going for being like a sponsored, like let's use like Street Fighter for example.
Okay.
I don't think that if you were like, okay, I need to try to make this my career, right? Like that's what I want to do. Like I need to do this. I don't think going the route of trying to get as skilled as like, you know, Tokido or like somebody like that is the most efficient way to go about it. Like I don't. And I think if you can be good enough to make it out of pools in terms, because that's what a lot of people are getting sponsored for that now, for being able to make it out of pools, which seems silly to me coming from, you know, the era of gaming that I come from.
Yeah.
But that's what's happening. So if you can do that in combination with working on being marketable, I don't think you need to have that much skill. Like, you know, I'll use somebody else like Punk for example. Like I think if Punk were better as a personality, then he would be doing better than he is. Like rather than just being good but then being a complete blockhead socially. Like I think that like if he were better socially but less skilled at the game, I think he could make more money.
I mean, you have a fair point, but then you have people like Poachop who can't really make. Well, I can't say that he did do the elite thing.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. I don't think Poachop would make a living out of gaming without the skill he possesses alongside the gimmicks, because there are a lot of people that talk crazy.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but then also
he also has the marketability. He doesn't cuss. He has a pretty clean cut track record, you know.
Yeah.
If he did not have the skills, but he had his same personality, I don't think it would matter as much to people, because people talk crap all the time that people don't really care to look into, because these people aren't talking crap at a high level and performing at a high level. If he wasn't good enough to have done that real off shit, if he was just some mediocre player that couldn't even beat real law, and he was popping off, I don't think that video would be doing the numbers that it does.
But I mean, you're kind of proving my point with using Ricky as an example, because like, I mean, Ricky's a good second player. Like, I'm not knocking Ricky in any way, but he's not a top echelon player. Now, like, whereas Punk for a while was considered a top echelon Street Fighter player, but you know, he's also, like I said, he's a block of wood socially, pretty much, and like disliked by a lot of people in the community. And so, like, low tier guy was another example I was going to use after I got done talking about Ricky. But yeah, like, so, but I think Ricky's skill and marketability is a good mesh and a good combination at the levels that they're at, or whatever, because he's not like too far one way or another. Now, I look at low tier guy, however, low tier guy has made a career out of making people want to see him lose or want to see him get salty. Like, he's not even really good at the game, like, at all, but he's made himself enough of a brand to where he can make money, like, even going, you know, 0-2 or 1-2 in a tournament or something. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I feel that if you can hit that right combination, you don't have to be like ridiculously good like a Tokido or like, you know, somebody like a Daigo or something. Like, you don't have to be like that.
I think that is that is more geared towards the fighting game industry than if I were to say a League of Legends player.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, that's definitely true. Like,
you know, that's what I was saying. It depends on what game you're playing. I mean, and where the money is in the game that you're trying to play. Because if you're a sorry ass League of Legends player, I don't care how much personality you got, you're not going to be living off of that. You know, I don't think. You know, maybe there are some super sorry League of Legends players, like trash ass, low tier god status.
Well, I mean, there was, I don't know if she streams anymore, but there was
okay.
Tron, like,
we're gonna take that shit
I
out
know,
of here.
I know.
We're gonna take she
Mike,
out of here.
I know what you're
chicks
gonna...
are always winning out here. When it comes to donation, chicks is getting all the wins. You know what I'm saying? We can't even put that up. You know what I'm saying?
I knew you were gonna cut me off soon.
I had to, brother. Look, we got more views when we got a chick on the stream that don't even be talking about what the fuck we be talking about.
That's definitely true.
You know what I'm saying? So, gotta throw that one up out of there. Dudes is paying for it. Dudes is the ones spending the dollars. You know they're gonna be willing to spend that shit on chicks. A fly one too? Nigga, not even a question.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, but as far as like you know, me or you deciding that we wanted to do something, like
there's no way I would be able to do it. Like no, there's no way I would be able to do it. There's no way I can make a living in esports without just winning tournaments. Like, there's no way I would do it.
But I feel like the majority of people that make livings, I think there's only the majority of people have to be winning. I don't think the majority of people.
But like that's what I'm saying. It's like people are getting their shots. Like look at the challenger thing that they're doing on TV, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, they got a bunch of people that aren't really winning tournaments, like Raw TV, Low Tier Guy, Guilty, Sherry, and like a few other people. And it's like, I mean, they're not winning tournaments.
You do have a point. You do have a point.
So like that's what I'm saying. If you can market yourself the right way, then you do it. Like, I'm just saying that I wouldn't be able to do it as a person because I don't think there would be enough people out there that would want to see me, Marty, just play games. Like, I don't think that.
I've been hearing in the streets, niggas want to hear see Marty playing Tekken. That's just what I heard.
That is not true at all.
Chat, is it not true? I heard y'all know Marty say quit Tekken, man. Let them know y'all want to see him playing Tekken. I think that's what I heard in the streets.
I don't think you heard that. As a matter of fact, what's going on in the streets right now? Hey, did you hear what happened in Decatur? No, I haven't heard it.
No, what happened in Decatur?
At all. I haven't heard anything about that.
Y'all seen Marty with a controller in his hand playing Tekken Tag?
I have not been playing any
Marty
Tekken.
been on a joystick playing Tekken 3 at the goddamn local Mellow Mushroom.
Yeah. Man paralyzed from the waist down, allegedly zip-tied and stunned down a stripper who took cash to come to his home and refused to have sex with him. Wow.
Hey, I just seen something the other day. A nigga had no arms, stabbed somebody to death. Or he stabbed somebody, he didn't have no arms.
They just put it in his teeth and just...
I think he stabbed it with his feet or some shit.
Wow.
Then, you know, people on Twitter don't give no fucks.
Oh,
First meme I saw was like, well, at least you could say it wasn't him. He was unarmed. Niggas was getting him up out of there, dog.
Oh my god. That's another problem that I don't really want to get into with our society. But
Them memes is A1, Marty.
people are just like jaded, sick, twisted individuals.
People have always been like this. Now they get to express their shit.
I know.
Other people get to laugh.
And
make
that
them
is
feel
messed
better
up.
about it. You know what I'm saying? They've always been like that. Oh, look at that. It would be nice to see Marty show off his old Tekken skills. Look at that, Marty. People are speeding for you. You know what I'm saying?
skills?
Tell Hente what's going on with you, homie.
Oh god. What Tekken skills? Like, oh,
Bro, you got 17th at final round, and it was like 600 people there.
Wasn't quite that many, but there were a lot. Like
Okay, those are
400 something or
skills.
500 something like that. But yeah, I did. That
Okay.
was in a different game.
It was
different
Tekken.
character.
It was Tekken. What's going on with your frostbite? Just over here trying to convince this man Marty to get back on a Tekken train, man. He out here tripping, man. You know what I'm saying?
Frostbite. Don't listen to this. Man.
Gotta listen to me.
I'm not.
Realm
I'm
of
not
the real.
on anything. Like I'm just. Tekken 7 is not my game.
500 people.
In a
He got
different
17.
Tekken 7 is not my game. It's just not.
Shit.
It is not. I don't have my character. Like I don't know. It's just not my thing.
We're gonna get them right, y'all. We're gonna get them right.
You're right. Okay. Oh man. 494 to be exact. Okay. 494 people. It's almost 500 people.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I mean,
Niggas can't get 17 at a 20-man tournament nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is failing.
I mean, I just came around in gaming at the wrong time. Like if I had come around, you know, when I was wanting to compete like now, and people are getting sponsored for like not drowning in pools,
Yeah.
I'd have been all right now.
Boom.
But you know, I don't really want to compete like that anymore. So
Hey, Marty, man. Selling yourself short, brother.
I mean,
You're a
maybe
tall
I
ass
am.
nigga.
No.
Hey, man, you got me thinking about the midgets again. Shit. Midget booty might be fire, bro.
Oh God, you're still thinking about it. I can't believe you're still thinking about it.
Them goddamn cheeks. Them motherfuckers be plump. You know what I'm saying? They be looking like they wearing big ass diapers sometimes, but them motherfucking cheeks be
Oh my
got
God.
you know what I'm saying?
So Chad, when do you guys think it's appropriate to pursue gaming as a career?
I thought you were about to say hit that midget.
No, I was not going to mention that at all. I'm trying to change the subject. So I was not going to mention that at all.
Yeah, I mean, y'all give us some feedback on that. You know, when do you think it's appropriate? What do you think it requires in order for a person to be able to step aside from life and put all their eggs in one basket called gaming?
Because I mean, I know some people that have done that, but then they were like the best at what they do. Like, you know, a friend of Juan or whatever, also Hungry Boss Smash player. Like, you know, he quit his job so that he could spend full time on Smash. But again, he's like arguably top 3 in the world at the game. So,
Which goes to my point.
so I mean, he was just, you know, winning a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I mean, yeah, and that goes towards your point too. But then there are also other people that, you know, do it like I said, like a low tier god and a bunch of other people.
You have points there. You have points there. I can't deny the prowess of a low tier god when it comes to the world of gaming.
I just think it's all like now that esports is growing, I feel that you know the window for I guess the being a top player is closing more so, and I feel that the window for being marketable is opening more because of how much larger it's getting. So, because I mean, if you look at most of the games, nothing is changing so far as who's winning tournaments. Like, a lot of the same people are winning in just about every game. But what's changing is how marketable certain people are and the marketing opportunities that are presenting themselves. And so I think it's harder to crack the old guard so far as skill goes than to just be like, well, hey, I'm going to find a new avenue to make money.
Except for in the world of Street Fighter, it looked like everybody can win in that shit.
I mean, winning tournaments, there's been the same like few people, hasn't really been. But I mean, you have had more upsets in Street Fighter than like any other game. I mean, you have had like good players getting down by like somebody mashing their crush counter button or something. Like, I mean, you've had stuff like that. But let's see what the chat has to say about it.
Jermaine says, maybe sometime after college, once you've established a career, you can fall back on. But I think that actually takes away from your ability.
It does. It takes away from your ability to be able to
be whole solely devoted to getting good.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, I'm talking about making this your career. Like, not like, oh, I'm making this my side thing while I have my career that I have with my, with the thing I went to school for with my degree. I'm talking about making this your career.
Yeah, like I'm about to quit work. I ain't going to work no more. They pay me anyway. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to work no more, and then I'm going to only stream.
See, boom. When is it appropriate to do this? Should Mike do this?
I'm gonna get the chick on here with some titties. I'm gonna get Toot from next door. Let her shake in the background. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna play the game, just like I've been doing. Use Skyrocket.
We should just do that anyway.
Yeah, let me get Toot on the little camera down at the bottom. Have her twerking some goddamn change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Next show, Toot will be here, twerking at the Tekken house. You know what I'm saying? We'll pull up a little camera, have some music playing in her eardrums, so she can keep her rhythm going. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Plex Storm. I forgot all about
Plex Storm. That's the name of it.
Yeah,
Plex Storm.
Living a real life over there.
Yo, that's Plex Storm. That's what we need to do. We need to get some chicks up on Plex Storm.
Get some chicks on Plex Storm. Robbing and mobbing. You know what I'm saying? Heads bobbing, backside bobbing, top side bobbing. Might even find some midgets to bring in the thing. You know what I'm saying? No, y'all got me worked up about these midgets now, man. I'm about to have.
Y'all, that's you. You got yourself worked up on the midgets. For whatever reason. I don't know. Thank you. Thank you, Panther.
Hey, man, she ain't mentioned nothing else about Hitler since I've been talking to her, Doug.
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you probably realized how she fought him on camera. Like,
hey, that shit don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying?
Get out of here.
I ain't going to no damn camps. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to read no books with her. I know how she get down on the books. Shit.
Oh, my God.
Well, man, it's been a pretty good show, man. We ain't gonna keep Marty up too late. Still gotta get to the crib.
Yeah, I gotta get home, guys.
He's working that morning shift, you know what I'm saying?
Awful.
The best, but he don't want to believe in it.
It's awful. Don't like it at all. But
really appreciate everybody coming out.
Yeah. You guys have any questions before we leave?
Yeah, before we pull out on y'all, you know what I'm saying? Before we put the pedal to the metal. With the Bible on a dash.
Got a copy of mine. Yeah, she probably does. That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Hey man, y'all gonna leave Toot alone, man. She's just a young soul, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to learn the life.
I mean, that's cool. Like,
I think
it's still that's still how much she seems to adore Adolf Hitler. That's still really weird.
Hey man.
Hey man, what? Like, what are you?
Kanye love his Trump.
Oh man. Don't even get me started on him.
That's the goddamn nigga network right there.
I'll be here until I have to go to work the next morning, slamming Kanye. No.
I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. He's gonna fuck around and He's gonna say something about Hitler one day. He was a free thinker.
Yeah, a free thinker.
And then
Yeah, like that's some great accomplishment. Like he's a free thinker. Like so what? He just came up with idiotic ideas in his head and yelled them out. That's nothing to be proud of. Like I don't understand people that think that that's something to be proud of. But anyway, I digress.
Amen.
I digress. Oh, guys, also want to let you know that I am working on a couple of guests to bring on. Hopefully they'll be on soon. Trying to convince them to not be shy.
They got to be able to deal with a guy like myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've also been trying to convince them on, being able to deal with Mike. It's been a little bit of struggle. But,
You know what I'm saying? But, I calm it down and get some guests on deck. You know what I'm saying? I ain't always wild. Just wild most of the time. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always got to be going down like this.
True.
But it is. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, really appreciate y'all coming out, man. It's been a lovely show. As usual.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate y'all coming out. If y'all haven't already, follow Let's Talk Tuesday on Twitter. Drop any kind of conversation pieces you want to talk about. Any show topics you might want to talk about throughout the week that might come up.
Yeah, Panther, you should come by. I already told you to come by and do it. You just haven't wanted to come by and be on the show. So.
Oh yeah. Come on through. Get on the show. Okay.
Alright guys, as Mike was saying, please follow us at Let's Talk Tuesday. If you guys want to talk about anything at all, or have any random thoughts or whatever, or you want to hear our opinions on anything, feel free to post on our Twitter and stuff. Please, feel free.
Most definitely. And this will be up on YouTube. Y'all want to go check it out. Go check out MIC_ATL1 at YouTube. This should be posted early in the morning. Maybe late tonight it might be posted. Till next time, it's been real. Peace.
See y'all.